What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, we're going to talk about the game Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which was released on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PSP, Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo DS, Xbox 360, iOS, and N-Gage by um, LucasArts and everything. And this game is pretty much based off of the Star Wars movie franchise, mainly the prequel and original trilogies and stuff. And this game pretty much connect those two trilogies together and everything with Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Star Wars Episode 4, The New Hope and everything. And the plot of the game is that pretty much Darth Vader was sent by Emperor Palpatine rather, to take out a Jedi named Kento Murray, who was hiding out on the Wookiee homeworld. And when Darth Vader finds him, he pretty much accomplished the task. And after that, he finds Kento's son Galen like next to him and everything. And pretty much Darth Vader noticed the force was strong with Galen, and Darth Vader pretty much decides to make Galen and his apprentice and everything without Palpatine not even knowing and everything. So you pretty much question why did he take him on as an apprentice? And like soon as it was just discovered, like pretty much like after the next stage where Galen has a mission to secretly take out Emperor Palpatine so that Darth Vader and him can rule the galaxy together and everything. Now, Star Wars The Force Unleashed has a few modes in it. It has start game, continue game, dual mode, tutorial, and options. Now, the start game is pretty, of course, it's the main um, mode of Star Wars The Force Unleashed and everything, where you play as the main protagonist in the game and everything. And it also has pretty much 10 stages in it, including the prologue where you play as Darth Vader. And with the continue game, you pretty much picked up where you left off at and everything. Now, the dual mode is pretty much the fight mode of the game where you pick two Jedi's to fight each other in the best of 3 rounds and everything. And dual mode is pretty much a two-player co-op mode where you can pick 27 characters from the original and prequel trilogies and stuff like Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, and other Jedi's and stuff. Now, there's like, I think you start off with 3, but you have to unlock the majority of the characters in dual mode from just playing the main mode and doing everything you need to do with that and everything. Now, with the tutorials, you pretty much get used to the gameplay of the 3 categories. Papa Papaquan, I think that's how you pronounce it. Knight and Master, which it ranges from basic controls from using the Jedi powers and stuff. And then the options, of course, you pretty much change like the volume of the sound as it relates to the music, sound effects, and dialogue. You can change the screen brightness. You can change pretty much to cut the subtitles on and off, along with the tutorial tips. You can also change the camera rotation, direction, and camera move speed and stuff like that, along with viewing the credits. Now, as far as like once you get into the main mode, you can pretty much customize your lightsaber costumes, look at the navigation computer, and look at the extras and force powers and stuff. As far as the game itself, each of the stages have their own like primary objectives, number of holocrons to collect, bonuses and bonus force points rather, and everything. And each of them have their own number of bonuses for bonus force points and holocrons you have to collect along with the primary objectives and stuff like that. Now, in some stages, you're going to need to upgrade your force powers, and which ones you actually upgrade really depends on the stage that you're on. And you pretty much have seven force powers in the game and everything, which are like choke, force grip, force lightning, force maelstrom, force push, force repulse, and the lightsaber throw and everything. And all of the enemies pretty much that you face are pretty consistent with what you'll find with the prequel trilogies and the original trilogies and stuff like that. Pretty much like the stormtroopers and the Wookiees and stuff and other enemies like that throughout the course of the game. Now the graphics and design for Star Wars The Force Unleashed are pretty excellent with some pretty good color palettes and everything. And the controls of gameplay are pretty good and everything. And I like that the fact that the force powers that you use are pretty consistent with the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy as far as the Jedi's are concerned. And I can honestly say that no version has no leg up on each other in terms of the home console at least. As far as the soundtrack is concerned, it's pretty excellent and everything, and it's very consistent with the prequel trilogies and the original trilogies. And pretty much when you talk about the prequel trilogies, as far as the flaws are concerned, the soundtrack is not among them and everything. So there's no reason why I should complain about the soundtrack to the prequel trilogy and stuff. Now the Star Trek The Force Unleashed is a pretty excellent game, and it's one of the best Star Wars games that was released within the last 30 years and everything. And pretty much, I would pretty much recommend it to anybody who is a Star Wars fan and everything. And which version that you want to play it really depends on which console, especially home consoles that you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, 360, or Wii and stuff like that. Now, as far as the score, I definitely give Star Wars The Force Unleashed a 9 out of 10 and everything. With that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Star Wars The Force Unleashed, whether you like the Wii version or the PlayStation 2 version or anything like that. If you like the dual modes, you can also mention that and anything else pertaining to the Force Unleashed and everything. Now, with that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.